Good morning. I'm Attorney Karen Jimeno. Let's have a sizzling discussion with a known public interest lawyer as he connects the dots of political personalities with corruption behind the flood control controversy. And later, we'll have a pedigreed lawyer who will remind us what public service and integrity means here at the forefront. Lawyer and political vlogger attorney Jesus Falces is fearlessly pointing out the ties that binds contractors and politicians behind the flood control projects. With his bold commentaries gaining public traction, how far can his relentless scrutiny shake the political establishment? With us this morning is public interest lawyer and political vlogger, attorney Jesus Falces. Good morning, Attorney Jess.
Good morning. It's nice to be back. Grabe naman yung introduction na yun. Naluloka ako na sizzling talaga.
Sizzling,
Oo.
yes. Oo, kasi naman yung mga pasabog mo. So, simulan natin dun sa pasabog mo sa social media. Yung mga pictures of the Diskaya couple with certain politicians and DPWH officials, both former and current. Can you tell us, okay, let's talk about the photos here. One, sila Diskayas with Congressman Franz Pumarin. Ito, nakikita natin dito. And then we have the Diskayas with former DPWH Secretary and now Senator Mark Villar. Tapos the Diskayas with DPWH Secretary Manny Bonoan. And the Diskayas with Mayor Isko Moreno. Yan. And isa pa, the Diskayas with Mayor Henry Villarica.
Of Villarica Pawn Shop.
Yes. Sa kanya ba yung Villarica Pawn Shop?
From what I know, yes. From their
Okay.
family.
So, una, saan mo naman nakuha tong mga photos na to? Paano mo sila nahalungkat?
Well, if you look at yan, isa yun, Curly Diskaya at Mamu Prime Podium, meron nag-send, siguro mga friends, FB friends ni Sir Curly
Pinadala
Diskaya.
sa'yo?
Swerte lang ako talaga na I think because of my previous commentaries, may mga nagtitiwala, no? Hindi lang one source, multiple sources. So, binet ko naman din yan, tiningnan ko naman kung
O hindi naman mukhang AI generated.
saan galing,
Yeah.
opo.
Oo.
And of course, we asked some friends who know people. And sabi naman nila may birthday party si Sara Diskaya, ganyan. Yung ibang pictures dyan, birthday party ni Sara Diskaya. And then yung iba is office nila sa St. Gerard sa Pasig. Yung kaka-raid lang. At saka yung mga na-feature kay Ma'am Corina, na-feature kay Sir Julius. So, chinek ko naman, okay, it looks legit. Siyempre, mukhang hindi naman AI. No?
Well, yung kay Mayor Villarica mukhang sa opisina niya to kasi nakalagay nga City Mayor.
Yan, yung mga pinost ko kasi, yung mga parang talagang mukha namang legit at vetted because yan yung itsura ng opisina naman nila.
So, sa palagay mo ba, itong mga pictures na to talagang kakilala, magkakaibigan sila, or nagkataon lang may event tapos nagpa-picture ang couple with these personalities?
Well, yung sa office kasi, for example, ng isang politiko, imposible namang napadaan lang. You would not get invited to the office of a politician if it's not for a certain meeting, kahit 15 minutes of the politician's time. Tapos yung sa birthday party naman ni Sara Diskaya, the fact that the politician went there, they were invited. And multiple pictures, hindi ko na pinost yung halos lahat, for example, of the same person. No? But let's say si Mayor Isko, multiple times na yan na
May iba pang pictures.
meet with the Diskayas. Yung kay Secretary Mark Villar, Secretary Bonoan, wala naman akong sinasabi na I never made a claim about corruption. It's just that these pictures, when they were sent to me, reminded me of Napoles time. Ang tanda ko na ka-attorney Karen.
Ako rin naman. Buhay na buhay ako noon during the Napoles
lahat.
scandal. Yeah.
Yes, and I remember, nagkalat din yung pictures ni Janet Napoles with politicians.
Yeah, I remember even with Senator Frank Drilon, right?
And lumabas na yung mga defense no na, madali naman magpa-picture with anyone. But of course, having access with politicians is difficult. And getting a picture, unless on the campaign trail. Yung campaign trail, makikipicture yung botante, magpapa-selfie. Gets ko yon kung yon yung picture. But this picture are at functions or parties for socialization purposes. You don't just randomly meet at a party, lalo na kung ang party Shangri-La, ang party ay is sa isang magarang hotel, di ba? Imposibleng random chance yan. So ako, ang sinasabi ko lang dyan, that these people have met, one. And second, the reason why I posted is not really to associate corruption. Ang point ko for posting is when Sara Diskaya was asked, may kilala ka ba sa DPWH? That was so, jarring to me. When Senator Jinggoy asked Sara Diskaya, may kilala ka ba sa DPWH? Wala daw. And yet, she has pictures with the two secretaries of the DPWH.
Natatawa ako sa post mo kasi mata-mata. yung icon mo, mga mata.
Opo.
yung,
Hindi kasi parang, syempre, itong personalities na to, pag lumabas yung picture, maano din sila, nako, sabi niya wala siyang kilala sa DPWH. And yet, she has pictures with me. So, yun yung
Okay.
mata-mata. And the people who sent me these pictures, I think, are of the same mind. Na merong hypocrisy or lie behind the claim na wala akong kilala sa DPWH. And yet, may picture ka with the current secretary who is now resigned, Manny Bonoan.
Yeah.
And the previous secretary just before Manny Bonoan.
Oo. So, but what does this say about this investigation, the credibility of the investigation? Because right now, ang nasa focus ay yung mga Diskaya. But we already have had previous exposés even from Mayor Benji Magalong, from Senator Ping Lacson, na ang pinakamalaki do ang nakukuha ay yung mga politicians. We've already had, 2 Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearings, 1 from Infracom and Public Accounts sa Congress. Pero kahit ngayon, ni isang kongresista or senator, wala pang natanong. So, where do you see this going in terms of accountability?
Totally zero credibility ang Senate tsaka House as institutions, no? There are some bright lights or rays of hope. For example, si Senator Risa, si Congressman Chel, because you can see walang conflict of interest. Diba? Unfortunately, even if mag-grandstand si Senator Bongo, Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Jinggoy, hindi sila as credible to us, no? The reason why I point that out, for example, si Congressman Chel, hindi natanong sa Senado. Nando na sa hearing si Lawrence Lobiano. Hindi siya natanong at all. It took the lower house, kasi nga wala namang Senator Chis Escudero sa lower house, it took Congressman Chel to ask about the donation, the 30 million.
Oo.
So, walang credibility yung Senate kasi ando na yung resource person, hindi mo tinanong
Oo nga
about
naman,
conflict
bakit?
of interest,
Oo, yeah.
right? Sa House naman, may zero credibility aside from, again, mga isolated cases like Chel Jokno, zero credibility because the main issue, as Congressman Toby Chanco points out, but we have reservations, I have reservations about Congressman Toby Chanco, no, and other congressmen, we have to ask the root of the problem, which is the budget insertion,
Yeah.
and the chairman of the Committee of Appropriation. So, zero credibility din sila.
Oo, it's good that you brought that up because in the House hearing, nag-motion si Congressman Erice na ipatawag si Congressman Zaldico as the former chairman of the Committee on
And
Appropriations.
Senator Grace Poe.
Oo, kasi yun nga yung, di ba, questionable daw yung BICAM. And if I remember correctly, yung BICAM report, yun yung mga lumabas later on na may blanks din.
Insertions.
At na-fill out daw.
Opo.
So, karamihan na nangyaring insertion supposedly happened, of course, during the budget process and then sa BICAM pa. Pero bakit nga hindi pinatawag? And nung nag-move din si Congressman Toby Tiangco, nagkaroon sila ng alitan ni Deputy Speaker Janet Garin. So, palagay mo ba, mapapatawag ever si
By the
Congressman
House,
Zaldico?
definitely,
House or Senate?
by the House or Senate, I don't think so because it would put everyone in danger. It would put all senators and congressmen in danger that they can be resource persons who should take an oath and can be forced to answer any question. Otherwise, mako-contempt sila. So, syempre, yung mga congressman, kapwa congressman, hindi natin to gagawin sa sarili natin. Nakaupo pa si Zaldico eh. Ang nakakaloka nga yung kay Senator Grace Poe because she's now not incumbent. Siya yung mas kawawa if mapatawag siya. And yet, I know for a fact na wala siyang kinalaman dito. Kasi
How do you know that? Na
she was
wala siyang
actually
kinalaman?
bypassed. Well, Politico PH and other media articles have pointed out na she was bypassed by the Senate President. So actually, kung may ipapatawag for the budget insertion, on the counterpart sa House, si Zaldico dapat, sa Senate, it should be Senate President Cheese Escudero because it's documented na siya yung nag-handle nung budget insertion on behalf of the Senate, not
Wala
Senator
si
Grace
Senator
Poe.
Grace Poe as finance
Yes.
committee. I thought 4 na tao daw yung nasa BICAM.
Because-
It was Senate President Cheese, Senator Grace Poe, and then
On paper,
Zaldico and then Speaker
of course,
Martin
on
Romualdez.
paper, Senator Grace Poe is the chairman of the committee
Finance
of,
committee.
of the
Oo.
Finance Committee or Appropriations. So she should be involved there. But I know for a fact, and I don't think kung nabalita na ba to, no? But I know for a fact na nagsumbong na siya to Senator Tito Soto, other senators na I was bypassed. I
Hindi
was
siya sinama
sidestepped.
ba? Hindi daw sinama
Hindi lang
dun
sa hindi lang sa hindi sinama, parang madaming mga insertions na hindi naman niya alam. Hindi na niya toka.
Okay.
But in terms of the BICAM report sa BICAM, she was hands-on. But after BICAM nga, yun yung rinireklamo din ni Congressman Toby Chanco, may quote-unquote small committee or other insertions after the BICAM pa.
Oo, at nawawala yung reports. Kasi in accordance with House rules, dapat may small committee report at hinahanap yun ni Congressman Tiangco.
Well, ang defense
Parang wala.
naman ni Congresswoman Swan Singh is yung mga subcommittee na yan, hindi na daw kailangan ng report. It's the mother committee na
Oo.
kailangan ng
But
report.
see, these are
but-
questions that could be threshed out in the hearing. 'Di ba? Kung tinitrace nyo saan napunta or sino naglagay ng pera na ginamit dun sa mga projects, whether it's go substandard or may kickback.
But if that happens kasi, Attorney Karen, you put everyone in danger nga. So lahat ng future Committee of Appropriations na chair, pwede mapatawag pala.
Oh,
In the future, you're setting a precedent. So congressmen will not want to set a precedent na ako pala congressman, pwede pala akong ipatawag
but
as a
why not kung wala ka
resource
namang
person.
kasalanan?
Why not? Because hindi na talaga katiwala Attorney Karen. They know each other. Alam mo, madaming congressman dyan, they have an old boys club. It's not necessarily boys lang, no? May girls din. It's an old dynasty club. So, mahirap naman sila yung magtatanong-tanungan sa sarili nila. So, it's better to have the independent commission. Yun yung idea talaga.
Yeah.
An independent commission who will not have conflict of interest and walang takot kasi hindi ka naman beholden, hindi mo naman kilala yan noon, hindi mo kailangan pakisamahan. Ang mga congressmen kasi kailangan nilang pakisamahan ng isa't isa eh.
Yeah.
Kasi sa committee, ganon, courtesy sa ganyan, yung boto dito, yung boto dyan, mag-exchange sila ng support. And normal politics lang naman yun to be fair, in a democracy. May lobbying yan bawat congressman, tayo, taong bayan, we lobby the congressman. So, ganun lang yan. But in terms of accountability, they're probably not in the best position to extract accountability because they will never ask the hard questions. Let's say ma-invite
Or
nila
baka ayaw naman nila malaman yung ng bayan yung totoo.
Because for a long time, Attorney Karen, hindi lang naman to nangyari ngayon sa totoo lang. It's just ngayon lang nabubulat-lat yung idea na mayroon palang small cabal of people who can make the decisions as to our budget even after BICAM. Ang BICAM nga, Attorney Karen, questionable na yan, di ba? Merong movements sa legal academe and sa political spheres to open the BICAM. That's one, within this structure. The other is to abolish the Senate altogether, unicameral. Kasi nasa jurisprudence natin yan, Attorney Karen, ang lower house, ang upper house, Congress, House and Senate, 2 chambers lang dapat tayo, bicameral. Pero actually may tinatawag na third chamber,
Which is
which
what?
is the BICAM. Hindi
Dahil
lang yan for budget, for all laws. Kasi even other laws, madami na to documented sa Supreme Court, na sa BICAM nagkaroon ng massive amendment or revision. Hindi naman yan pinagdebatihan ng plenary ng lower house or ng Senate.
so the question is, sino mga nasa BICAM?
Hindi lang sa budget but specifically sa issue natin sa budget. So ang BICAM, for me, actually is undemocratic.
Oo nga. Pero in terms of personalities, kasi it's not just a concept. It's made up of people. Sino yung mga nasa BICAM?
Usually,
sa
ang nasa
pagkakaalam mo?
BICAM ay mga leadership, deputy, speaker, and the speaker, Senate President, and yung mga majority leader, leadership ng Senate. For all laws in general.
Oo.
And then yung chairman ng committee. So that's why important ang chairman ng committee.
Yeah.
Energy, water, lahat yan, meron ding lobbying yan.
So saan mo nakikita papunta itong investigation na to? Because you mentioned kanina, naaalala mo tuloy yung panahon ng Napoles. But during the Napoles scandal, may mga politikong nakulong din. From what I remember, Senator Bong Revilla, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Senator
Juan Ponce
Enrile. And of course, Janet Napoles. And si Gigi Reyes also, the Chief of Staff of Senator Enrile. Pero ngayon, nakawala na lahat yung
Lahat.
apat, except for Janet Napoles. So, ngayon parang ang nakikita natin so far, na ang mga nadidiin or nasa spotlight are the contractors.
Yes.
Pero palagay mo ba may mga politicians that will be held accountable?
That's the worry, that's the concern. No? If the Senate and the House are the ones doing the investigation, they will never put the heat on their fellow senators or congressmen because that will set a precedent. Although may precedent na nga before na na-hold natin accountable itong mga senators, unfortunately, napalaya sila. Of course, they will insist on their innocence, courts na nag-dismiss niyan. But from a critical lens lang, hindi na to from a lawyer, from a political analyst perspective, syempre madami pa ding tanong, bakit sila nakalaya? And that will be the same questions here. Ang tanong ba si Sara Diskaya is, will she just be a popular fall girl or fall guy or a scapegoat like Janet Napoles? Ang contractors, while they're very guilty because billions din ang kanilang quote-unquote ninanakaw kung may SOP system sa contractors as Mayor Magalong has revealed, but if you compare, they're the least guilty.
Oo.
Because ang contractors at the end of the day, private citizen yan eh. Ang public officials dyan, appointed, DPWH, ang elected, senators or congressmen. So I would think in the hierarchy of moral culpability natin, ang most guilty should be the senators and the congressmen.
At sila yung nakakapaglagay sa budget nung
Because sila
ginagastos.
ang nagba-budget insertions. And we talked about this a bit off-cam, no, on my part. There's still a puzzle to me how congressmen and senators can force the DPWH to comply with the senator or congressman na akin yung allocation. Na-abolish na yung pork barrel, the Supreme Court has officially dismantled it, na after the budget, dapat wala nang say ang congressmen at senators.
That's only, yes, that's a doctrine. That's a legal doctrine. Pero di ba yung expose ni Mayor Magalong, pinanood ko yung isa niya
Parang
interview
meron
na
pa
sinabi
din.
niya, triple whammy nga daw. Kasi yung mga nakausap niya raw na contractor, sinasabi na pagod na nga kami kasi kailangan pa namin magbigay doon sa mga legislators, sa mga mambabatas daw. Tapos, yung iba, hindi sila ang contractor, subcontractor lang sila nung construction companies ng mga mambabatas. At pagbibili pa daw ng materyales, doon pa sa kumpanya rin ng mga mambabatas. So, yun ang tawag ni
Iba-iba.
Mayor Magalong na triple whammy.
Triple whammy,
Oo,
triple
so kung
A.
gano'n,
Sa
yung pala ang
corruption.
triple A.
Triple A sa
Oh, may
corruption.
gano'n na, triple A sa corruption. So kung gano'n nga, when we're talking about from a legal standpoint, yung culpability, yun yung tatawagin natin most guilty if this is among co-conspirators, di ba? Pero,
But that's the investigation dapat,
Oo.
where it should lead. How can congressmen and senators, quote-unquote, park or say, akin to? Kasi sabi ni Senator Ping, may code yan eh. Pag 77 million, 77
oo nga,
million.
yung mga sobrang parehong-pareho
Akin
yung
to,
numbers
99, ganyan.
Parang sinasadya na code, 77,990,000, di ba?
Paano nila nalalaman yun? And second, bakit kailangan sundin yun ng DPWH? In theory ha, ito yung theoretical. It's the executive that executes, the DPWH. So, yung notice to proceed, ang pumipirma lang dyan, the district engineer or the regional director ng DPWH. Technically, kung may makakatongpats, sila yon. Kasi hindi lalabas yung pera sa contractor kung hindi pipirmahan ni district engineer or ni RD. Ang question ko, bakit napapasok sa equation ngayon ng congressman at senator? Sa pork barrel kasi noon, they had to recommend. Kung walang recommendation where their pork barrel goes, hindi lalabas ang pera. So ngayon,
Hindi na naman malalagay sa budget kung wala nilang
pero
Wala
after the
approval,
budget, you can
right?
ignore them. So ano bang gagawin? Tinatakot ba sila na, ipapahearing namin kayo, we will investigate you, ganun ba? No, I think there's something more insidious na there's a mechanism. There should be a mechanism for congressmen and senators to be able to say, akin yung allocation na yan. Hindi mo marirelease or makukuha yung pera na yan, contractor, kundi dahil sa akin. Kaya magbibigay si contractor.
baka dyan ang pumapasok yung parking fee. But see, these are all the questions that we want to be answered. But so far, wala pa tayong nakukuhang sagot sa mga
Because
hearings.
the senators did not ask. Si Mayor Magalong splook or nag-reveal na siya na may percent, pati si Senator Ping. Sa privilege speech niya, hindi naman nila tinanong yung contractors magkano share nyo sa SOP, magkano share ni congressman or senators. Kasi itong mga senador, gusto lang nila ipin yung blame sa contractors. Pag diniscuss yung percentage, lalabas may percentage si senator, lalabas may percentage si congressman. And they wouldn't want that because at least two senators have been credibly exposed by media outlets na meron silang conflict of interest
Sino
with
tong mga
contractors.
senators na to?
Senator Chis Escudero, because he has a donor, although personal capacity daw, 30 million from Lawrence Lubiano, who is the president of Center Waste Construction. You have Senator Joel Villanueva, mas malala kay Senator Joel kasi on his SOSE, hindi individual ang nakalagay. Ang nakalagay company, New San Jose Builders, for 20 million sa kanyang SOSE. So, mas direct nga yung violation kay Senator Joel. Si Senator Chis, mas may palusot pa kasi sabi ni COMELEC Chair, George Garcia, Attorney Macalintal, parang may lusot pa kung personal capacity versus corporate capacity.
Whereas pag corporation, it's really the entity doing business with the government.
Yes. And
Oo,
itong
so
Center
yung
Waste
bawal.
tsaka New San Jose Builders, they had existing contracts at the time they donated, which is a violation of the Omnibus Election Code. Ngayon, nagsasabihin nila, only the company ang liable. Hindi pwede.
Oo.
Ang Omnibus Election Code punishes politicians because meron dong penalty ng disqualification. And we have the principle of conspiracy. Attorney Karen, the act of one is the act of all. So may
Yeah.
common criminal design. Hindi naman pwedeng yung nagbigay lang ng donation ang liable. Yung
Oo.
tumanggap din because the act of one is the act of all.
Yeah. So, anong comment mo dun sa sinasabi ni Senator Joel Villanueva na he's going to file libel charges against people that are linking him to DPWH District Engineer Henry Alcantara? Kasi nga kumakalat yung mga ganito, videos and pictures na magkasama sila.
It makes him look more guilty because, and ako kasi baka isa din ako sa pa-file niya. Baka ako yung isa sa mga pa-file niya, hindi ko alam. Pero sa amin kasi, people like me who post about him, it's to point out his hypocrisy. And that's part of freedom of speech, no? Ano yung hypocrisy niya? Hypocrisy. Yung isang Senate hearing before September 1, no, yung with Secretary Manny Bonoan, nag-grandstand siya, tinanong niya, nag-acting-acting siya, diretsahan tayo, Secretary Bonoan, did I ever lobby the DPWH? Did I ever request for a project? Blah, blah, blah. Hindi ko na matandaan verbatim yung words. But it's something similar to that, right, Attorney Karen?
Yeah.
But may mga videos na lumalabas na hindi naman niya dinideny yung authenticity. Sinasabi lang niya may mga wrong insinuations or negative insinuations. No? May mga videos showing na si District Engineer Henry Alcantara saying, kinukulit na ako ni Senator Joel para ito sa project na to, mapondohan, pwede ba nating pondohan to, saan ba yung pondo makukuha, etc. Sabi ni District Engineer Henry Alcantara. And then you have
I saw that video.
Correct. And then you have many pictures. Kaya kung kakasuhan niya ako, yun ang defense ko, di ba? Yung many pictures showing na talagang madalas magkasama si Henry Alcantara at si Senator Joel. Ang sabi niya, lahat naman ng politiko na pupunta for inauguration or ribbon cutting, etc. Pupunta naman yan at mamimit si District Engineer, etc. Okay, but that could explain the pictures, but that could not explain the video by Henry Alcantara saying na kinukulit na ako ni Senator Joel. Walang masama sa pangungulit. It could be just normal lobbying. Ang lobbying kasi, Attorney Karen, can have two connotations negative or positive. Ang tayo like ako, ngayon, when I'm speaking out here, I'm lobbying for good governance. So that could be positive. Ang negative is if you're lobbying for a private interest, for a corrupt interest. No? So yung nangungulit, that could be positive or negative lobbying, but Senator Joel could not blame netizens or ordinary people like me who would think na hypocrite ka. Sabi mo, wala kang nilabi. Sabi mo, wala kang inaano na proyekto sa DPWH. And yet, you have District Engineer of DPWH, Henry Alcantara, saying, nangungulit na si Senator Joel for this or that project.
Oo. So, dapat talaga siguro mas maigi sagutin na lang to ni Senator Joel.
Sagutin na lang
diretso.
niya. Tsaka kung magpa-file siya ng cyber libel, that will be a good time to question the constitutionality of criminalizing cyber libel because in many countries, hindi yan criminalized because criminalized cyber libel or libel is a weapon.
Oo,
Wini-weaponize
to
ng
suppress
powerful
freedom of speech. Yeah.
to suppress freedom of
At
speech.
sila rin yung may usually capacity
But
to
we're
sue.
not saying abolish it, So yung mga private citizens na madadamage ang reputation, they still have civil libel as a remedy. Pero ang criminal, may threat kasi ng kulong, shut up ka, tumahimik ka, otherwise, dadamihan kita ng kaso.
Eh, ito namang may pinost ka rin na malakas ang paniniwala mo na may kinalaman si Senator Bongo sa CLTG Builders na pag-aari ng pamilya niya that has a joint venture partnership with a Discaya firm na St. Gerard. Pero ikaw ba yung nag-joke na ganito? Yung CLTG means Christopher Lawrence Tesoro Go?
Well, that will not take a leap of imagination to connect that the initial CLTG stands for the real full name of Senator Bongo.
Ayun na ang totoong pangalan niya talaga.
Christopher Lawrence Tesorogo. That's his name on his birth certificate. So, hindi lang naman ako unang nag-post, no? Pero ako, yung post ko kasi is more satire. I will never say explicitly may corruption. But if may question kay Sara Diskaya, if may corruption si Sara Diskaya, nag-joint venture siya with CLTG, ang pinopoint out ko, may hypocrisy on the part of Senator Bongo na wala siyang kinalaman sa business. Wala siyang involvement daw sa family business when the initials of the company is his initials. Bakit hindi initials ng tatay niya? Bakit hindi initials ng kapatid niya?
Yeah.
O bakit initials niya ang ginamit? So it's just to point out na there might be dots that need connecting, not by me, because I'm a normal person, no?
Yeah,
Kahit
yeah.
abogado ko, ang kailangan mag-connect nito, yung independent commission natin.
Independent commission na
na
lang, wag
hindi
na
takot to ask Senator Bongo or to ask contractors, yung CLTG ba na yan? Proxy or dummy lang yan ni Senator Bongo? That will never be asked
Yeah.
in the Senate. Kahit sa Congress, baka hindi yan itanong kasi takot sila lahat kay Senator Bongo kasi Senator yan, #1 Senator. Oh.
So, sa palagay mo ba, yung intention of President Bongbong Marcos to really get to the root of this corruption is sincere? Do you think magkakaroon talaga ng independent commission? Because the other person that might be implicated would be his own cousin, Speaker Martin Romualdez, because he is the Speaker of the House. Imposible naman sigurong hindi niya alam yung nangyayari. Or of course, kasama rin siya dun sa BICAM. So parang mahirap na hindi madawit yung pinsan ng presidente.
I'm now talking as a political analyst, and this is not speculation, this is my reasonable analysis of certain facts. Ang tingin ko kaya nagsona si President about flood control, one, it's still political theater. There needs to be a distraction or entertainment for everybody. But of course, willing ako sakyan. Kung ito ay political theater, willing ako sakyan basta merong puntahan na accountability. So, that might be one of his goals. But second, assuming it's sincere, and mukha namang sincere if he creates that independent commission, as long as it's composed of credible people, ang analysis ko naman dyan, more than madawit si speaker na cousin niya, parang ang pansin ko, it's a way to also, quote-unquote, madawit si Senate President Chis Escudero. I think
Hindi
yun
ba
yung-
sila allies?
I think hindi, kasi nagalit siya from sources, no? And just from analysis of the moves that Chis Escudero has made in relation with what BBM has done, moves din niya, no? Hindi nag-align masyado this last 6 months.
In relation to what specifically?
In relation to impeachment, in relation with this budget insertion pa din. Because madami siguro sa budget insertion. What I heard is, galit si Presidente sa budget insertion, baka hindi kasi napaalam sa kanya. 'Di ba? Baka hindi siya heads up. President, meron akong mga ipapasok for these senators. Kasi we can correlate Baluarte ni Senator Chis, ang laki ng nakuha sa budget insertion. Iba yung budget insertion ng House sa budget insertion ng Senate. Politico PH ang nag-reveal ulit na may 142 billion budget insertion, 9 or 10 yata Sorsogon, 10 to 12 Bulacan kay Senator Joel. Kaya mainit yung mga mata sa kanila. No? Kay Senator Bongo, meron doon sa budget insertion, di ba? Hindi pa nga nagiging skandalo. Attorney Karen, I don't know why hindi siya naaas sa mga hearings, projects for Bongo. Nandun
Ayun
sa
yung
budget
nakasulat?
insertion.
Ganun yung
Kasi-
pagkasulat?
Yes. Ano yan Hindi ako yan
Oo.
Ano na yan? Na-upload na yan. Na-reveal na yung
Oo.
documents. Projects for Bongo, yun yung pangalan ng mga budget insertion. Yes.
Grabe naman. I have to check that. Oo.
You can fact check me.
Yeah.
Pero meron yan, projects for Bongo. Nag-viral na yan ng onti noon. Hindi lang super viral ngayon. Kasi nga, nalilinis nila, nag-grandstand sila na wala akong kinalaman dyan. But going back to the President, I think more than the Speaker, ang reasonable analysis ko based on circumstances is parang si Senate President ang isa sa mga targets. Ngayon, kung madamay si Speaker o yung mga bata niya, alam na yan ni Presidente. Ito, isang ilulutang ko sa'yo, Attorney Karen, kasi nag-usap kami ng nanay ko, ang number one na ka-discussion ko sa political analysis, syempre nanay ko.
Next time, i-guess ko rin mami mo, ha?
Sabi
Okay.
ko sa nanay ko, you have to ask, Mom, bakit top 15 contractors ang nilabas ni President? Usually, pag maglalabas ka ng list, top 10. Or kung lampas ng 10, bakit top 20 na?
Yes.
Bihira ang top 50 na. It's
That's a good question. I never thought of it.
It's a weird
about
number.
that.
Ako
Oo.
lang,
Oo.
normal common sense.
Yeah.
Usual na listahan lumalabas
Top 10, top 20. Oo.
No, top 10 eh. Kasi yun yung ina-award mo sa graduation, sa kung anong ceremony or recognition, top
Oo.
10.
So bakit nga top 15?
Kung magta-top 15 ka, bakit hindi ka nag-top 20? Kasi itong top 15 na ito, ang sabi ni President, 20% daw of the budget sa top 15 lang. Eh, why not go further? O ilabas na natin top 100.
Yeah, oo.
Di ba? Ang dami pa diyang hidden contractors, mga small time ko, no? Pero billions din yung kontrata. Hindi lang umabot sa top 15, pero billions din yung kontrata.
So what is the rationale behind
Hindi
choosing
ko din
15?
alam.
Ay, hindi mo pa alam?
Yeah, that's
I was
me.
thinking baka meron gustong paabutin dun
No,
sa list.
no, ang
or-
connection ko dyan, that's me asking the question na there might be an intention behind top 15. Bakit top 15?
Oh, it still
It
remains
was
to
the-
be figured out.
It was
no?
the president's choice. It's a choice. Choice mo to top 10 o top 15 o top 20.
So let's go back to your post. You've said that wala na si Congressman Zaldico sa Pilipinas. What is your basis for this?
Well, hindi ako ang
Speculation.
nagsabi niyan.
Oo.
I cited the news report of Rappler. Oo, na two sources nila said that Zaldico is abroad. And from a normal person perspective, based just on house records, na absent siya, excuse absence, since July 28, may iba na unexcused or absence without notice. Walang ganong katagal na congressman na uma-absent kung nasa Pilipinas naman siya. So the only logical alternative is nag-abroad siya.
Okay. And yung recent mo rin na post nag-viral about Heart Evangelista, kini-question mo ang kanyang status or saan galing yung pera na ginagamit niya. But ano ba ang position mo dito? Bakit mo sinasabi na if there are Nepo babies, there are Nepo wives because of the absence of Heart in the top taxpayers list?
Well, ang first clarification ko dyan, hindi ko kine-question saan ang source ng money niya, primarily. Ang primary question ko is, bakit wala siya sa top 10 taxpayers list or top taxpayers list ng isang jurisdiction, regional, ng BIR or city?
Whether
Okay.
it's a city o hindi naman sa buong Pilipinas.
Yes,
Oo.
hindi. Kasi for example, si Vice Ganda and other artists, ano yan eh, per city yan eh, usually, or RD, or region ng BIR ina-award. And then, if you would note, nandoon sikat to, si Darwin Espanto, sikat to si Allen Dizon, pero if we compare yung kanilang kasikatan and yung stature, mas matagal na si Hart. And mas madaming endorsements, and we would assume mas mataas ang TF or professional fee, talent fee. Hindi natin sinasabi, hindi sikat sina Darwin Espanto. But comparatively, magigets ko why Vice Ganda would outpay Heart Evangelista in terms of taxes. But why would these two other celebrities
Have
be in the
higher-
top taxpayers list,
Oo.
pero si Hart, wala. It cannot be a tax avoidance, which is legal, no? Yung mga corporation sharing, yan yung defense eh. Ang number one reason ba't lumalabas ang artista sa top taxpayers, like Vice Ganda and Kim Chiu, is because of endorsements. And endorsements, ang hirap niyang takasan in terms of tax declaration.
Kasi may withholding tax.
Withholding, tapos hindi yan pwedeng ano lang na, yun na withhold, hindi siya nagpa-file ng ITR, kaya daw hindi siya na-award na taxpayer. Hindi, kasi multiple sources ang endorsement niya eh. So, di ba, tayo, hindi naman pwedeng hindi ka mag-file eh. You can opt not to file a tax return if your source of income comes only from one
So,
party.
anong pinupunteriya mo when it comes to Heart?
The lifestyle and the luxury that she has because she's saying meron siyang Birkin collection ng Hermes.
And nagpa-private plane ata siya when she travels sometimes?
Aside from that, no, let's go there. Sa Paris, you spend 2 million siguro at minimum for each fashion week. You have to bring your glam team. You have to bring luggages na ang dami mong outfits. Hindi yun mura. So, given her luxurious lifestyle, how can she not land in the top taxpayers list? That's just my question.
Okay. And what if support to ni Cheese, the husband?
Kung support naman ni Senator Cheese, it's a legitimate question for me na if Senator Cheese funds her lifestyle, now it's a legitimate connection to make the connection na Cheese, Heart Evangelista is a Nepo wife. what is a Nipo wife? Kasi uso yan, trending yan, Nipo baby eh. Ang Nipo baby, those who profit from their political families in relation with dynasties and or contractors. Kasi nga ito yung issue of the month, di ba? Contractors. Nagpo-flaunt sila, bumibili sila ng branded, luxurious na lifestyle nila. So, Nipo baby sila. Ito, Nipo wife. Kung ang nagpa-finance si Senator Cheese, there's a legitimate question if Cheese Escudero's wealth is not also questionable because of the donation of Lawrence Lubiano. May contractor ka na donor, kahit personal capacity yan, it's legitimate for people to question whether or not may SOP ka din. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, wala akong SOP just because personal capacity. Ang issue nga ni na Mayor Magalong, basta contractor. May ibibigay yan sa senator or congressman. So, those are just questions.
Yeah.
And that is up for our politicians not to be onion-skinned and defensive. They should answer na talagang wala and prove it.
So talagang pagtutuloyin mo to, yung call mo for public accountability.
I'm just one of many eh. I'm really honored nga na you invited me just because of my post, no? But I'm just one of many. I just follow the lead of Mayor Vico, Mayor Magalong, who are leading the charge to question this SOP because lahat tayo, alam natin may SOP. Hindi lang mini-media, hindi lang naging issue.
Or parang dati pa pinag-uusapan. No?
Dati
Ngayon
pa
lang talaga
pinag-uusapan.
na punta yung spotlight dito. But thank you so much, sayang naman, Attorney Jess. Kulang na tayo sa time. But I hope that you continue your advocacy for public accountability and good governance, as like what you said.
Hopefully. I'll pray for myself kasi mahirap din naman, sa totoo lang. Oo.
Wala ka pa namang death threats.
Madami na, ever since.
Okay.
Ever since.
At you say it with a smile.
When I
Okay.
stood up for Oplan Tokhang, when I stood up against it, ever since. May death threats, rape threats, homosexual innuendos or insults,
Okay.
everything.
O, so mag-ingat ka po. But we'll continue to watch you and your post.
Thank you, Lord, for guiding me and keeping me safe so far.
Thank you so much. Attorney Jess Falces.